Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Welcome to the show once again. Every day or every week, you get up in the morning. Some days you would find Igbo trashing, attacks against the Igbo people, emanating from an individual or the other, one individual or the other. Some of these individuals have held jobs that we could describe as high profile jobs in Nigeria. I wouldn't necessarily call them important people because the important person to me is the person who is responsible. What trended today from one Yoruba gentleman was that Igbos had taken sides in the war going on between Israel and Hamas. How can somebody wake up and say that the entire Igbo nation had taken sides? And then, obviously, he was trying to incite vulnerable people against the Igbo people. Igbos had for long identified themselves as Israelites. Igbos are not afraid or ashamed to say that they came from ancient Israel. By 1670, it had entered the books that people were seen in what we call Igbo land today, who were boasting that they were children of Abraham. So this is not something any Igbo will be ashamed of admitting in public. But to wake up in the morning, go to Twitter and say that the Igbos as a people had taken sides, that was inciting. That was what? Inciting. That was incitement. And if we let it ride, then we are not mindful of history. This was how it started. In 1966, people thought it was rumors. People thought it was rumors until already incited people began to kill Igbos. That is why we cannot let things like this slide. But then, the Igbo people themselves need to wake up and sit up. There will always be people that will hate Igbos. There will always be anti-Semitism. But the most important thing now is to make sure that our people are not exposed to the violence of anti-Semitism. And I want to say something that my elders in the Igbo community should have been saying every day and preparing. Igbos are over exposing themselves to danger. The gentleman that woke up and began to incite people against Igbos is Yoruba. The Yoruba people have made it clear that they are fed up with Igbo presence in their land. I repeat, the Yoruba people in Nigeria have made it clear in words and by action that they are fed up with Igbo presence in their land. They have made it very clear. And I hold no grudges against them for so doing. It is their land. It is one Nigeria, but every Nigerian knows his or her own ancestral land. The Igbos should return to their own ancestral land. Note, not every Yoruba is anti-Semitic. Not every Yoruba hates Igbos, but there are Yorubas that don't like Igbos. There are Yorubas that hate Igbos. And it is not healthy where you find more than 30% of the Igbo population struggling to live in Lagos, which is a Yoruba town. That percentage of Yorubas that don't like Igbos will incite the rest. That is what is going on. I'm asking Ohanese, I'm asking the Igbo governors, start urging Igbos to go back home. It is better to stay at home and die and starve than to spend your life, spend all your time building resources you will ultimately lose. What motivated this guy to make this comment? Hate. And you can't cure hate. You can't cure hate. When he wakes up in the morning and doesn't see Igbos in Yoruba land, he will still continue to hate Igbos, but he will not have the opportunity to hurt Igbos. This is the second time I'm talking about this today because I don't want what happened before to happen again. Thank you.